something I want to tell you.
Narration.
You want to know the very first thing that entered my mind? Coins.
Oh no, you're about to make some sort of weird coin analogy, aren't you?
I'm a coin in the United States Army. I was minted in the year 1980. Right before everything went black. You want to know the very last thing that entered my mind?
Not remotely. Who puts their purse on the edge of the pier? Women who want to be impressed by Channing Tatum do. And they meet because he jumps into the ocean to rescue the purse of the girl he does not know. This guy is a Class A stalker already, but thanks to the power of Nicholas Sparks, he's Romeo. Movie literally focuses on the depths men will go to get vagina. Good thing she decided to run all the way down here, or else the battle for who takes Savannah her purse would have gotten awkward. The director said, let's mix it up this time and give the hero love interest an apple, but not show him taking a bite. It'll be like his symbolic decision not to be an asshole.
I'm not his type, he just doesn't know yet.
You mean, all it takes is for me to recognize that you are my type and I get to have the hot girl? Damn, I should have watched this movie sooner. It's odd that it took this long in this movie for Henry Thomas to reunite with E.T.
Hello, John.
Hello, Alan.
He never talks to anybody, only his family.
Child, dog, or cat does something he or she only does with other people to a stranger and proves suitability cliché.
I've known him since he was born.
Yeah?
And none of the next several hours of conversation were important in this budding relationship, as we take you now directly to the bonfire.
Full moon tonight?
Oh, shit. I gotta get out of here before I wolf out. Also, good thing it's a full moon, because a waxing crescent moon doesn't get anyone laid.
Hey!
Random ass guy he met earlier in the day shows up to give John a ride in the middle of the night.
For the record, if you do anything to hurt Savannah...
God damn it. Does he have to be one of those guys? Plus, damn, didn't John just meet her today? These guys park like assholes. I mean, even if you're not parking in a main pedestrian thoroughfare, which I think you are, you also parked perpendicular to the only other car parked here.
What the hell are you doing here?
Just when John thought he had made the perfect seduction, random asshole who knows shit about him shows up.
I want to meet your dad. Tonight.
Whoa, whoa, this is the first date, and he hasn't even kissed you yet. You're going to know more about his dad than you do about John by the time this night is over. And honestly, who gives a shit about these characters so far? John dove for a purse, she hates Jason straight, I guess. Match made in heaven.
That he had the free silver policy, you remember.
Is it a bad sign that I've learned more about coins than I have about any of the characters so far? Now we figure out that nothing John did was really all that impressive because she finds everything impressive, except the asshole guy who knocked her purse into the ocean.
I have fun tonight.
What? Did someone say something about fun? Movie Blue crushes me into loving it.
I curse.
That's supposed to be a fault? No, woman, that is a strength. Too bad the movie's PG-13 though, and you can't show too much of that fault.
We have to be finished with this entire house in 3 weeks.
You're on spring break though, right? The f*** are you talking about? Spring break is at a maximum 1 week. It was literally the most beautiful day ever created, but then Nicholas Sparks overruled God and made it rain so they would have a reason to kiss. John and Savannah christened somebody's new hurricane replacement house before it's built. Take that, karma. Dude, you got the girl, so you can stop being amazing already. Love montage is still going. It's the summer of 2001, so there's definitely nothing on the horizon that will put a stop to all this happiness. Boyfriending.
It'll all be over sooner than you think, and then I'll be back for good.
You promise?
Unkeepable promises.
You saying my dad's like Alan? You saying my dad's retarded or something?
No.
That's racist. Also, how in the world has John not discussed his dad and his condition in these past 2 weeks? She demanded to see him on their first night of dating, and this never came up?
Hey, soldier. Leaving so soon, huh?
It's like this guy was planted here, just in case John got into an argument with Savannah, and he's just drunk enough to be more of an asshole than usual. Tim thinks it's a good idea to basically sneak up on a guy who is beating tons of ass like he's in a G.I. Joe flick right now. Also, now I get it. Tim's the guy Savannah's going to find acceptable once John leaves, but only after 9/11.
I don't know what I was thinking sneaking up behind an angry Green Beret like that.
Probably wasn't so much you that made the decision, but the screenwriter? That happens sometimes, I hear.
Dear John.
Roll credits.
Write it all down, John. Scribble it in a notebook.
Roll credits. Oh, shit. I forgot what movie I was just watching.
Dear Savannah.
Oh my god, this entire movie is going to be letters, isn't it? 9 minutes of letter reading. Only one movie in 2010 dares to show you what it's like to make coins and sort mail. Asshole from earlier in the film is conveniently at the same college and in the same class as Savannah.
I have this idea, this dream. I want to open up a summer camp for autistic kids.
Then I want to cure cancer, cause a rainbow with my tears, and bake gluten-free pumpkin cookies for every single kid in the world.
A place where they can ride horses as much as they want.
Also, she wants to pair autistic kids and horses. Animals, maybe, but the things that paralyze Christopher Reeve? Why don't you create an art camp for autistic kids? Or a small animal petting zoo, maybe?
For at least once in their life, a place where they won't have to worry about a thing.
Except traumatic head injury from startled horse kicking.
But it's a full moon here tonight, which makes me think of you. Because I know that no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, this moon will always be the same size as yours.
Well, John is a discount Fievel Mouskowitz. Someone saw an American Tail.
Dear John.
Entire movie is narrated letters. I guess they took the coin to a pawn shop, even though every single thing visible in this shot suggests it's actually a music shop. Whatever. My point is, why are you having some random pawn shop guy appraise your rare coin?
Oh, that's good. I love warm milk. You spend all of our money on coins. Get a freaking fridge that works.
Asshole kid is asshole, sure, but he's got a pretty goddamn good point if you ask me. Everyone in this South Carolina college has someone they know directly affected by the 9/11 attacks. Post 9/11, Savannah is somehow allowed to do this shit in an airport and not get tased. That's great, but I'm wondering what some random dude messing with his belt is thinking about all this right now. Sweet! Also, movie decides to put a mini notebook scene in a movie that is basically a modern notebook written by the same guy. The inconvenience of post 9/11 air travel is apparently tolerable when you see young people in love. I feel like Mr. Tyree's story is a way better story than this romance between Savannah and John. But people don't pay tickets to see Mr. Tyree's story. They go to see two pretty people falling in love for the 16 quadrillionth time. And that's a damn shame. Holy shit, Amanda Seyfried looks amazing in that dress. Anyway, damn shame. How did a dude this socially anxious ever manage to seduce a woman and conceive a child?
He tried. At least he tried.
This dude who has been deployed in a combat zone is somehow not understanding of his father's obvious mental health issues. Selfish much? I admit this guy was an asshole before, but he's clearly trying to make amends, so John is a dick for leaving him hanging.
Are you like hanging out now?
Movie jealousy?
But I think that Tim here might have already beat you to the punch.
Whoa, surprise Henry Thomas just showed up out of nowhere at this party. You gotta stop sneaking up on people, Henry Thomas.
So you boys can come home safe and sound.
Oh, it won't be over anytime soon.
What a dick.
What do you mean by we?
John has 18 hours here on American soil and waited most of them to tell Savannah he was re-enlisting.
You're just all that matters, okay? You're all that matters to me.
That and my duty to my fellow soldiers, which overrides you actually, but just those two things which are really just one thing.
I want you to come with me.
Oh, come on. That's way too much pressure. I mean, how do we time something like that? Oh, wait. What the f*** are you talking about? Wait, maybe she did mean what I thought she meant. Of course, it could have just been an invitation to bang in the barn. Either way, come with me has way too many connotations without proper context and a Kama Sutra manual. PG-13 sex. I mean, who gives a shit, right? Channing Tatum's left arm. Wait, you live on a horse farm? And your greatest pipe dream is to run a horse camp for autistic kids? Why aren't you doing that already? Your dad clearly has money to burn.
Nothing's changed.
That's not an answer, but if you read between the lines, it means I'm going to start f***ing that dude you're the least worried about. This is probably going to be seen as some kind of terrible thing, but movie presents the issue as though John has no choice but to re-enlist after the 9/11 terrorist attack. Real-life John could just as easily have chosen to stay and marry Savannah, and his patriotism would not in any way be in doubt. Savannah writes back to John during important class she probably desperately needs in order to start the horse factory of sadness. Male sniffing. I don't mean to be a dick, but they knew each other and dated all of, what, 2 weeks? This is some serious dedication for that short a dating period. I mean, damn. I wish I had that cliche.
Yeah, nothing today, man. Sorry.
Then, mysteriously, Savannah stopped writing. Though we only learn about that through montage because this movie is 75% montage, of course.
Dear John.
Savannah gives the guy named John a literal Dear John letter, smacking us in the head with its Dear Johnness.
My life without you has no meaning. And I cannot live like that.
Movie basically says, shut up, bitch. We get the gist of the letter. You're an extremely selfish person for being unable to wait 2 years for a guy you've only really known 2 weeks. Oh, burning the girlfriend letters. I actually did this once in college. No lie. Honestly, it felt good. Helped me purge. But it's still cliche as hell.
Found somebody else. You got any idea who it is?
For the purposes of this movie, and apparently for John himself, she's keeping who it is a surprise.
They already got engaged.
The f***? She stopped writing you, and when she finally does send a letter, it's not only a breakup letter, but it's also an I got engaged to some dude letter? Wow, full-on bitch that girl went. Jesus. Okay, time to start thinking about your time at the U.S. Mint. So far, I love your coin analogy. Like, I could see someone sticking you in a vending machine to buy soda at this point. Also, oh no, John got hurt while deployed. I'd be shocked and surprised if I had never seen a movie before.
You're in the hospital in Germany, and you're gonna be just fine.
Other than the fact that your girl is marrying someone else, of course.
I'll be extending.
Extending? Tari, it's been 3 months.
Jesus, it's been 3 months since he got shot, and he still can't get over Savannah? Surely there are plenty of other babes who will lose their purses in the ocean you can fall in love with.
We're sending you home to the States, John. I'm sorry. We just got the news.
Oh, no, his dad's dead, right? Oh, well, I mean, that's not good, obviously. But the way that dude was talking, what an asshole thing to say.
If I'd have been there to find him like that earlier, do you think it would have made a difference?
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
But if you had been there, it probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. So you can see the catch-22. F***ing life, man.
You okay? How you feeling?
I collected too many coins.
Coins.
Oh, so the letter was to his dad all along. That's touching. And this is actually a pretty great scene. But is this movie really about the relationship between him and his dad? I feel like at least 1 or 2 scenes are missing for this to pay off like the movie wants it to. Hospital staff leave these two alone for bonding time, though I'm still wondering why he's left alone in the hallway this long. It's too rainy to surf face.
What brings you home?
Oh, my father's death that I'm sure you've heard about.
How's your dad?
Savannah puts another dagger into John by prominently showing her wedding ring when reacting to the news. Savannah thinks the Home Alone face is the face you make when you find out your former boyfriend's dad died. Also, how has no one told her of John's dad's death in this small town? More surprise Henry Thomas! This guy's preparation for the role must have been sneaking up on people even in photos. Honestly, I don't know why this even had to be a surprise. John was going to find out sooner or later.
Initially, after he was diagnosed, he was so optimistic.
Holy crap, he has cancer? It's almost like the movie wants us to feel better about Tim moving in on Savannah by giving him a condition that makes you an asshole for being mad at him. The guy was already nice enough as it was, so this is overdoing it.
I wish that weren't the case, but she's never looked at me the way she used to look at you.
Well, good thing she was able to pity marry you, and you're going to be out of the way soon like it never happened. She gets the husband she wants, the kid she wants to take care of. It's a happy ending for everyone, except Tim.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I used to have sex with you, and then you got impatient and left me for the E.T. kid.
You couldn't have called me.
I agree, the Dear John breakup letter was rude, but how does she call you when you repeatedly talked about how you couldn't even tell her where you were? Anyone but me wondering if these two would have had an easier time making it work if they could dance together in a sexy way that won the big talent show and paralleled their love? We love each other, but we can't be together face.
I saved every single one of them.
Did you ever see that movie, The Notebook? Well, it's weird. I saw it a couple of years ago, and I thought, damn, this is exactly like my life. Whenever your romantic comedy is dragging a mere 12 minutes from the end credits, throw some awkward accident into the mix to spice things up. If I wasn't so attracted to people with special needs. Man, if only John could have a broken arm or something. I could work with that. I could justify ending my marriage for that. John gets mad and hits the steering wheel 3 times, and nothing else, but somehow sets off the windshield wipers, which he then has to conspicuously use his other hand to turn off with the left side lever that clearly wasn't touched when the bullshit wipers started wiping. I can understand him placing great value on the original coin he and his dad found, but using it to determine military operations? That's exactly why people hate America, dude.
Sergeant, thank you.
This story-important letter is conveniently somehow delivered while on active assignment.
Tim received an anonymous donation.
Oh, good. John used his father's coin collection money to buy Tim a couple more months. How nice. It's basically delaying the inevitable, which is what this movie is doing right now.
Whether it's those first 2 weeks I got to spend with you.
I just realized all this bullshit is based on a 2-week summer fling. Jesus. Of all the bullshit in all the movies, these two f***ers meet by chance in some huge city because Nicholas Sparks. No one died? I mean, except the dad and the sick temporary husband, of course. I thought for sure John was going to die at the end.
You just made your own fire.
Have made fire! Okay, look, you gotta have a vote. Come on.
I do.
Okay. Care to enlighten me?
I never learned to read!
Where'd you get your scar? That one?
My father was a drinker and a fiend.
You know, the people in this movie could only have endured through copious amounts of wine. I've been thinking about it. No one in this movie gets to be happy for more than a few minutes. Everyone's f***ing miserable. John gets 2 tours of duty, gets f***ing shot, his dad's an asshole, his girl dumps him by letter after getting engaged to another dude. I mean, how do you get through that? John's dad's an asshole, but it's not his fault. He's plagued by anxiety and other for his whole damn life. Collects a few stupid coins and then dies. Nice guy dude has an autistic son he's raising alone, plays second fiddle, marries a girl who doesn't love him, gets cancer, his cancer suffering gets extended by John for a couple of months, and then he dies. Savannah has a long-distance relationship, gets bored, shacks up with a nice guy just because she likes helping autistic kids, gets widowed, and off-screen was kicked by horses multiple times. How do you get through that? It's not just movies, though. I've found this works in the real world as well. Hey, Jeremy, you have to send 3 Fast and Furious movies in a row. How do you get through that kind of thing? Hey, Jeremy, millions of people don't get sarcasm, and many of them think you're a dick. Hey, Jeremy, Disney just announced another live-action remake of a beloved animated classic. Look, I'm not saying wine is the answer to all of life's problems, but it can help you forget them. And in moderation. Anyway, the good people at Club W have some fantastic wines. I've tried them, and they're interested in sending some of it straight to your door. And if you go to clubw.com/cinemasins, they have a special offer just for you fine people. And your first bottle is free. F-R-E-E-E. Hey, I wonder if we should make a CinemaSins wine. It'd have to be something bold and spicy and assholey. So if you like wine and you're old enough to drink, and I cannot stress enough how illegal it is to drink when you're not old enough, or to help facilitate said underage drinking, head on over to clubw.com/CinemaSins right this minute and get on board the wine train.